Figured I might as well video a little bit of my pre-track routine with him. So this is the acclimation part. I park somewhere away from the trail. So it's 100 yards on the other side of that road, somewhere I can keep him from catching the scent and having to call him off of it. And then I just let him be a dog for a while. I kind of watch him, so that was really good. That was engagement with me. He ran up to me. He's like, "You still love me after this morning, right?" But I just let him engage with the distractions out here. And to me, I'm giving him a chance to engage with that distraction before he meets it while he's working. So maybe it's a little bit less enticing to him. I could be completely off. What I'm looking for with him right now is pace. So he looks pretty good right now. He's pretty calm. Sometimes I'll get him out of the truck. He doesn't look at me at all, and he is running 100 yards that way, 100 yards that way, full speed. That looks bad, and that's when I'm looking at him, I'm going, I probably don't have the, like, if it was in percents, I've probably got like a 60% effective dog right now, and I need to do something to get him back, and I'm still working out what that is. So that's this portion. I run a timer just so that I know about how long we're doing this. We're at 3 minutes right now. I'll shoot for 10 to 15 today. Like I said, he looks real good. Sometimes we're doing this and he'll go up to the truck and sit next to the harness and lead and be like, "Are we gonna do this or what?" And I'm like, okay, we're at like 95% perfect dog for this stuff. So I start out with freedom. I'll pause this here in a bit, but then we go to the flirt pull. I get him to engage, and the goal with that is to burn off some of the pent-up energy. And then towards the end of the flirt pull session, I will have him sit down, and I'll kind of tempt him with it and not let him engage until I give him a command to attack. So we kind of start out with all that freedom, and I try to close it in. Something I am going to experiment with right now today when I bring him out to the line is prong to the line. Our heel is not amazing, and that's just where we're at with that. So without being constantly telling him no, heel, no, don't do that, while he is probably trying to look for this target scent right on the way out there, hoping with the prong, I just am showing him discipline. I'm continuing to take away that freedom until I get within eyesight of the flagging tape is what I do for training. He'll already have his harness on, and we'll slap the long lead on him. That's an indicator that it's time to get to work. We'll pull the prong off, put that back in the backpack, and we'll see how he does today. And yeah, if that doesn't work, I've got time today. I'll give him a full probably hour of messing around with different ideas to fix the pulling behavior. The digging over here doesn't look awesome. That looks fairly distracted. He's just being a dog now. So I'll check in with you guys in about 10 minutes. All right, so far I'm fairly optimistic with his behavior. He's come up to check in on me a few times, which if we're about to have a bad day, usually he doesn't. I don't exist. I think the factor there is consequence and him spending that time in the kennel. I was fairly neutral with him when I brought him out of the woods. Didn't act mad. I just took his freedom. But he checked in with me, came and hung out, wanted a little bit of love, and then came up to the truck, and he knows exactly what's coming now. What do I got, buddy? So one thing that I like about not using the flirt pull pre-trail is that it really ramps up the level of reward when we don't do it. So what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to get all excited, happy play with him, but we are going to try to curb that prey drive and just outlet some of that energy. So this is how this looks. Oh, not supposed to do that. And I'm looking for there'll come a time when he quits chasing it in circles and he wants to ambush it and that's about the level of fatigue I want. All right, drop it. Yes. That's something else I'm looking for, is the drop it command. Does he actually do that? And I try to not make it a tug game. I try to make it a chase game. We're getting close to that already, but I'm gonna work him a little bit. There's I don't want to over fatigue him, although I don't actually believe that this dog physically fatigues. There you go. Drop it. Ah, good. Yeah, the interest is lower right now than it normally is. I don't know why. It's not that hot, it's about 75. Drop it. Yes. Down. Yes. So this is just, I'm gonna turn the GoPro off in here in just a second, but this is just kind of what we do at the end of it. Kill. Yes. And I'm just getting him, what I'm trying to do at least is, he wants to chase the thingy, but he doesn't get to until I tell him to, and we are adding an element of obedience to the prey chase is kind of where my brain's at with that. Oh, wow. And his level of engagement is a little low right now. It's probably because I'm not cheering him on. Drop it. Yes. So this is about what I look for. We try to end right about here. He's not crazy panting, but he's not freaking bouncing off a tree trying to get this thing. Oh, drop it. Yes. Sit. Nope. Yes. God, he's adorable. Nope. Ah. He's better at not chasing out of down than he is out of sit. Kill. Yes. And we'll let him get it. Go. Just a little bit of tug here. All right, drop it. Yes. All gone. All right. I don't think I've actually showed you guys the trail yet. So that was a 15-minute timer on Pretrail. Sometimes it's 30 minutes. I gauge how I think he's doing. Here's the trail from this morning. The attempts are red, white, and blue. So red, he takes me here. I turn the trail on after the white, just so I knew I wasn't pulling him off. But he turns early, runs this red line out, and this is where I finally decided we're off. He pulled me from the start to the finish of that line. White, we had terrible acquisition in the beginning. I ended up dropping the lead. I went up there to look and see if there was any obvious foot tracks that I'd give him a real good start. Didn't find it, recalled him, and I just stood there with him until I saw the scent recognition. Then I gave him Souk, and he did the same thing and turned left. I think something walked through there. At that point, he was doing the same pulling behavior, and I said, this is it. We're not going to let him win doing this. So I put him on prong, brought him, well, I got him out of the nasty, put him on prong, and started walking beeline back to the truck, and I saw scent recognition here, so I decided to let him roll with it. And I checked the map when we got to the long side of the road. I still had the trail up. He was off. All that tracking was on prong. And that's when I caught him. He was almost certainly following something else there. The body language didn't give it to me though, so I wasn't able to make that call based on how he looked. So anyways, next we're going to put the harness on, then I walk him out on a short lead, which I left in the freaking house. So I'm gonna walk him out on his normal lead, just a shorter version of it, on collar. I'm not gonna do prong. I changed my mind on that. I think we'll save prong as a, hey, you are effed up kind of idea. Sit. Other things I'm looking for is just that general obedience. Does he listen to me when I'm gearing him up and stuff like that? This is a new harness. Okay. But yeah, I changed my mind on the prong. We're gonna save that for just layering the level of consequence for not doing what I said, which sucks. I don't have it out here today, but it's just another way to take his freedom away when we're leaving, so that he really can't just stick his nose down and sniff everything he wants to. Cool. So yeah, we go flat collar and head out to the line. While we're walking, I am generally watching him and looking at leash pressure. I think I've got a good dog right now. I don't think it was the Pretrail there. I thought I had a good dog when he came and hung out with me while I was sitting on the stump. I think it was the consequence. This way. Yeah, I'm looking like, how much are we loose lead walking and how much is he just sticking his nose in everything that he can find? The wind shifted. It was mostly a tailwind. I'm getting kind of this way, so that would be a perfect headwind. So we're like 45 off on a headwind. I think it'll make them looser. Right, C-tape, sit. Cool. Here I do whatever else I have to do. Usually switch leads. Start my tracker, make sure the GoPro's running, things of that such nature. Then we'll go to harness. So I'm gonna bring him up and I'll hold him on that target odor, and we're gonna look for scent recognition. Then he gets his command. Souk, souk. just happen to know it goes this way. It looks like I've got a pretty good dog. So one thing I will do here, I'm gonna watch Onyx, and if he decides to bite on whatever that odor was before, he's getting a no pop. For these, I stop and watch the tail. If we're blatantly distracted, he will start wagging his tail if he's it's not that bad. Which this is looking worse. And see, I eat my words a lot doing this. So we're off. I know that because I know how far we did progress on this. Start adding that. I'm not gonna let him dive into this stuff. I don't feel like doing that right now. Start adding that. Okay. There's a decision. He oftentimes when I just stop, he'll just clover wherever he's trying to go. I'll give him a little bit of time here. I'm a lot more patient with a dog that's behaving this way than what I had this morning. No! I don't let him mark. I'm not going in here. We're just going to try this concept of nudging him in the right direction here. No. Bones. Let's look up here. That was a bet, man. My wife walked through right there. Alright, so I no longer have any guidance on where this line goes. But I'm not doing that. think he's coming out. Come on! I'm gonna be a lot more patient today because still trying to reinforce the concept of it's punishment or consequence if you don't track well, and freedom if you do. And we'll have ourselves a damn party if he gets it. There's his own decision. So when I see these, I wonder if we're actually doing a turn or if an obstacle pushed them. No! Tail. The wind is playing him right now. I'm getting hit here. Getting hit here. It's shifty and it messes with him when he's tracking. We're starting to get a little cagey. I'm just gonna stop. That's what we'll try for today. If he starts doing this, I stop. Pressure comes off, I'll give it back to him. We're gonna stop. No. See how he kind of bounces off the end of the lead? It's always been something that tells me we're not dead on. He might be winding the damn high from here. The wind's about 15 miles an hour. I had a pretty good dog for a while there. We're probably off scent. Come here. We're gonna go to collar. Sit. Sit. This is kind of me cheating to some extent, but also looking at this, we started, I remember being just fine up to here. We get up this way, we start squirreling. So what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna give him his command and just see what we do. And then if I don't like that, playing into this being unmarked, we're going back to probably about here. And we'll give him another try there. This pulling, I haven't really diagnosed why he does it. I'm more concerned with figuring out how to stop it. It could be because we're off scent. It could be sook sook sook. Could be because we're distracted. Sook sook. It's pretty strong for a little guy. We're just gonna try no pops when he pulls now, because just stopping isn't really getting us anywhere. I don't like the tail there. See, we get these direction changes when he hits the end of the lead like that, and don't really care for it. I won't be diving into anything too thick with him if he doesn't look good on this. Tail looks like shit. These pops seem to be helping, at least on collar. So he's got his head up. We're searching. I kind of know that the trail V's are kind of Z's like that. So I don't know. It's more of a semi-blind, if anything. Yeah, we might be pretty close. I don't know. I don't remember if I stopped the tracker. Ooh, I sure did. That looked like scent recognition, but with the way he's acting, I don't trust it. He's pulling a little bit, but it's a completely manageable amount, so I'll allow this. My limit of advance is going to be that road up there. I know the trail doesn't cross it. Ah, look where we're at. Well, maybe we're making a decision to ignore that. It'd be this direction. Nope. All right, come on. Maybe a female dog and heat walked through there. I don't fucking know. He's behaving pretty well right now. I think the pulling there was probably lost searching behavior. And to do a reset with the nudge, I let him go way too far to do that. It's just, I don't know. I'd like to see about 100 yard of allowance for him to drift. And I think I need to shorten that while we're still working on these self-corrections, because I can't nudge him and expect him to go 100 yards back to the line. So I'm actually going to start up this way and just walk him back along his track and watch him. I'm not gonna back trail though. Not much, at least. That's what I was looking for. He's gonna work. Oh, good boy. And maybe he still is. I think he's gonna work his way back up to whatever the hell that is. No. So when he does ignore my no, I tend to think that maybe he is actually working, you know, scent carries and drifts and that stuff. So I know that the line goes this way. We're near the turn. Look at the tail. No. He's gonna work his way up to this. There is something that came through here that is just the most interesting thing. Keep forgetting to start the tracker. Nope. He's right on whatever that was. Would it be going this way, but that's what we're chasing right now. This is looking better. I know that the trail went up here somewhere. I hate what he's doing with his tail though. This looks good. That's our one bed. Good boy. Yeah, those are Wasugu shoes there. Yes. Just be willing to bet we were all over it when we were up there. Still recording. The battery will probably die before we get there. Now this looks trashy. Looks like work to me. I know we make a left. Wind's hitting me right there right now, pretty hard. And this is probably about to turn into big searches. I'm thinking this line, for whatever reason, is environmentally challenging. Could be distractions, or it could just be a very faint amount of scent on the ground, whether it's cover, temperature, or something, I don't know. wind's hitting me in this direction. That's something I look for also. He'll just pick up pace in the direction of the wind, and I hope it's that way, I guess. I don't know really what his plan is there. That might have been it. I got winds right in my face right now. Be curious to try and match the overlay on the line to the video and kind of watch the tail. We might be a bit more animated while on scent than what's normal. I think we're probably real close here. She said something about she put the flag and tape a little bit higher than normal because of what it's in. So I think it's in here somewhere. He's gonna need to cut the line to find it though. I mean, I'll follow him for miles if we're doing this stuff. This is a very manageable dog. I know he's working. Got a ton of patience for this. The crackhead pulling stuff though. That ain't it. If we're back trailing towards that wing bed, I know it was in something like this. We're nowhere near it. Still think we're searching. I bet the trail turned. It's like paralleling us this way. And he's picking up speed. We're far enough off that he's starting to get a little stressed out, I imagine. I've got the patience for it. If we're gonna work like this, I've got the patience to work resets and stuff like that. We're getting distracted. Thought we had a self-correction there. He's balling. See if we're on whatever that thing was from before. No, we're not quite on it. Come on. Let's look over here. Let's go this way. You want water? Drink? Come here. I think battery's gonna die soon. Sit. Okay. No. Sit. Wound bed. I'm thinking the turn was in here somewhere. So I'm gonna bring him back. I know for a damn fact the turn wasn't here. This was that distraction, and I know that the trail went this way. I'm gonna basically take him this way a little ways, walk him, beeline to the wound bed, and I'm gonna be looking for a head snap in here. Come here! Come on! We're getting close to where I'm pretty sure she came through. It's in here somewhere. It's right here. Good boy! Good job, buddy! Good boy! Good job, buddy! There's pokies in here, huh? Good job! Yeah, Pretrail. I give him lots of love, give him his treat first, then hugs, kisses, then I take this thing with the rope on it, spin it around like an idiot, and he loves that. So that's what we're gonna do. It's starting to rain a little bit. He's probably gonna be like, nah, I wanna go home. Good boy. Here you go. He gets whatever leftover venison steak or freezer burn steak or liver or something like that. Good boy! Yes! Come here, where are you going? So this is the line that got it. I knew we had something going on in here, and I just decided to cut that and watch for the target scent recognition there. Do I think we would have gotten that on a fully blind? No. I just